All right, I think we're good. I think we're all set up. What's going on, boys and girls? Happy what is today? Today's Tuesday. Man, I am out of it, man. This game, I'm not adult enough to handle night games. Man, at the Bills game, I can handle the game. I didn't get home till like 1 o'clock in the morning. I did go into work like 3 hours late the next day, but I'm still like, I got a little bit sick from it. I've been sneezing all day. I got to work this coming weekend. It's like my next day off is like November 11th. So I'm in like the worst state possible right now, right? Right after this show, I'm literally going to go put on a scary movie after Halloween and just fall asleep on the couch. And whenever I get up, I'm like, that's it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are doing better. Mr. Adam, sir, how was your week? How was your weekend? How are the Cowboys living after trade deadline day?
Yeah, they did nothing. I didn't expect them to do anything, but they did pick up that D tackle last week, so that was nice. But no, the Cowboys look good. Weekend was pretty solid. Rebuilt my PC, just because I need to like clean it up and just add some new pieces to it, and then worked yesterday on Halloween, so that's kind of always a disaster. Always kids are always wired.
I bet, yeah.
But other than that, yeah, it's been good. Nice to be back streaming today.
Are you one of the teachers that shows up in costume, or are you lame?
No, they at this year they said there was no costumes. It was just orange
really?
and black day. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
That's so depressing. That was like the best day in school.
Yeah, so that's what we were at. That's what the school board put out to us, and
okay. Did you wear a costume at all? I did see you had your referee costume on during the Madden live stream.
That was about it.
That was it.
Like honestly, it just felt like I don't know about like all where you are, but like we got like no kids came by our house last night. Like maybe 10. Maybe.
Oh wow. Okay.
So like not much. Like usually we get a decent amount, but I think COVID really kind of put a damper on that like over the past few years, and now they just don't come out. I don't know what your
yeah. My neighborhood is full of kids.
Okay.
So mine was flooded, but there's a lot of young school age children in my neighborhood, so they were out in full force as I was getting home yesterday. So I had to run inside, get the bowl ready. I'm like, here, just take all of it. Like I don't just once it's out, I can turn the lights off. But Mr. Joe, sir, same questions. How was your Halloween? What's your team again? I forgot.
Chiefs.
Oh, that's right. I didn't like you for a reason. But they made some moves in the trade deadline, right? How was your Halloween? How was the trade deadline?
I mean, Halloween, nothing much. I actually fired up the stream machine last night for a few hours. Had really nothing else to do. Also, kind of needed to hit my ad incentive offer, so that was last few hours.
Yeah, know that fame.
Chiefs traded for Kadarius Toney. We were on a bye week, so no game, but we traded for Kadarius Toney, which I love. Very talented player, and yeah, excited for the podcast. I mean,
right on.
There's only so much we can talk about, but you know,
yeah.
Move on. We fight. So,
any costume? Did you wear a costume this year?
Nah.
Come on, man.
Nah. I haven't been out trick or treating in forever.
But you were on stream though on Halloween.
Yeah,
like, what are we doing?
But there was no. I should have been playing at least music, but it was a shorter stream. Honestly, it's why I never stream Mondays, man. I tried to play week league. I lost full. It's probably the most mad I've been at in a while.
Man. Yeah. I had yesterday I had an absurd one of those cowboy costumes that inflates like I'm riding a horse with the little legs, and that was tough to try to get on camera. To keep backing up to the wall and jumping up and down like an idiot, but we got it to work. I can't help it, dude. I love Halloween. I love like all the costumes and shit. Like they're just fun to go nuts on. It's a good time. All right, well, Halloween's over, so Christmas started 18 hours ago. So Thanksgiving doesn't exist here in America. It's Halloween then Christmas. There's no in between. But so back to like Madden stuff though. How do we make out last week? I know last week we talked a lot about we were going to invest a ton of stuff. I'm expecting the market to come down. It didn't come down. I still got stuff I think at like 7. I was buying stuff under 9. So a lot of it at 7 and under. Some good grabs sometimes. How'd you guys make out? What was your kind of target last week?
For me, it was I did a little bit of the higher market with the 89 Legends when they came out, but they didn't really drop as much as they did last weekend with the previous Legends. Like they were sitting on PlayStation at least like for around 70, and they didn't start dropping till like later in the night and then into Sunday morning. That's when I grabbed a couple. And then I grabbed 84s, 85s, 86s. Did a little bit of rerolls with the most feared. Held on to all my 84s in case we need like 86s, so we can exchange those up to 86 to 87 exchange in case if those like just skyrocket for some reason. And that's about it. Like you and Joe said earlier before we jumped on, like it's been very slow week.
Yeah.
So
I thought the
solid
market
too.
would move a little bit more on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we got like Jerry Rice, Charles Tillman,
right.
really good legends, and it just didn't really feel like it went down that much. What it went up the day before, it went from like 8 to 9.5. Then I bought 3 mil worth of training for around 8, like a little bit over 8 or right at 8, and then I already sold back my 86s, which was around 500K of that on Monday. That was just training investments. I mean, AKAs and Team of the Weeks last week did really, really good. Team of the Weeks once again. Now we'll talk about Team of the Weeks this week, but last week it was just the standard, right, for me. AKA's Team of the Weeks. I still have 3 Kevin Byard LTDs I bought for a 428 average, and they went up to 550 and they were selling, but now they've come back down to around 480, 500 because that Devin McCourty. It's a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, much slower. I feel like the market activity, even just like looking at the AKAs this week, there was probably, I'd say, half as many AKAs posted throughout the day. Like there was a listing like twice a minute. And usually it's like boom, 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 snipe.
Right.
And it just feels like there's not as many people like buying packs at the current moment, like the current week.
Is it because of like Call of Duty? Maybe
I
I
honestly
don't know.
think so.
It might be, yeah. I mean, we're at that weird time of year, right? Where like Madden's still going on, but we just like most of the year it's over with, right? The third part of any program, things definitely slow down quite a bit because everybody's been playing it. They have the guys they want and everything. They're prepped for part 3, so just got my guy and we're out, right? Call of Duty's out. It's Halloween. People are starting to shift around their schedules a little bit, but in the next probably 2 weeks, I think we start to see that rise right through November and then all the way through the end of December, where it's we'll still prioritize Madden and Call of Duty time, but we'll get it more adjusted to when to do what.
This is the toughest time for me to even log on. It was the same way last year in early November. I'm never really that interested in harvest content. Like Blitz is the next thing for me that's like I'm super excited for. So I will say, and with Call of Duty out, just everything going on, it's probably to me is the most boring time of month, like the entire year. I have a struggle to log on daily and just be active and play your dailies, market stuff and all that.
Right.
Streaming's really the only thing that's motivating me to hop on at the current moment for the next week or two.
Right. Yeah, no, I think we all feel that.
Yeah. I don't blame you on that.
Speaking of, I'm going to go over the Team of Week investing real quick. So what was your target price last week? And then what are you selling them at? We're doing usually just the 89s, right? That's usually the big target on these.
It's the set pieces.
Yeah.
So last week, I know. Yeah. Sorry. Last week, and it's also very important that you buy these community cards like later in the evening. I would say 5-6 p.m. even West Coast time or later. That's like the prime time to buy, because when we were on last week, they were going for around 80 with snipes for like 77, 78. Now you guys were like, oh, I'm going to buy anything under 80. I'm like, all right, I'm going still 75 or less. And by the end of the night, it was super easy to get under 75. And even the day after, when they revealed Jalen Ramsey, the cards went even cheaper because the only set piece keeping those 89s high was Tracy Porter. And Tracy Porter went down because of Jalen Ramsey. So you could even got them at 70K. But my end base price was 75K or less. And then individually on the market, they went all the way up to 92, 93K. However, through the use of the Tracy Porter set, you could get even like 15, 20K after tax from each of those cards profit. When Tracy Porter was going for 500, it's pretty simple. You just got to go buy the 86s. They were going for like 17, 18K. If you would have bought the 89s at a 75K average, the set would be costing you 350. The card going for upwards of 500K. So you're making 100K, and it's all coming from those 489. So really, if you were able to sell Tracy Porter for 500 and get your 86s at 17, 18, you're making 25K after tax on each of those 89s. I sold early. I was selling Tracy Porter for 430, 440. So I only made 10K after tax on the cards. But if you were patient, I mean, you killed it. They're just consistent.
Yeah, and you're saying 10K, that's per card in the set.
489,
not 10K for selling Tracy. We're not building a set to literally make 10,000 coins.
Yeah.
It stacks per piece.
Yeah. I made I had, I think 60 or 70 total. I made 750K off them.
Nice.
Yeah, really good.
Same. And the same for me. I was doing the exact same thing, especially on the PlayStation market. Like I said, what Joe said, I sold a little bit early. I wanted to get out because I thought I wanted to go crazy on like something else, and nothing really moved the rest of the week. So kind of sucks because like now we probably could have made a little bit more on them, but just look at the market now. These 89s are not really moving. And
there's
the only card that's keeping it higher at the moment on PlayStation at least is Chimera. And I'm not very like confident that he's gonna stay that high. He has
yeah,
no legend chems, and we're
Right,
probably
right.
gonna get a running back on Thursday.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I would 100% bet. Which is wild. I'm kind of surprised. I did look Tracy Porter earlier. He's still at 514 right now, so we're still talking a
Yes.
dub, a win
So,
anyway right now. But
so
everybody
good.
else out of that set for that week is dirt cheap. I mean, just dirt cheap. Even
then same
Kamara
with-
right now, surprisingly, only at like 440, 400 ish.
Yeah.
So already down pretty low this week. Surprising. Kind of like whatever variance. I like variance, right? It's different this week. I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
AKA guys though, what do you look for on Mondays with those guys? I don't think we talked about those before.
Well, for me, it's always 88. I don't go for the 89s because they usually jump up a little bit because people want them. But usually the 88s are nice for like, I don't know, I was on PlayStation at least, they're like 45,000. You can get them and then flip them for 55 like the next day, a couple hours later.
Okay,
you
okay.
Flip them. At least on PlayStation. I'm not sure how it is on Xbox, but yeah, it's pretty simple flip, like 45 and then sell them for 55. Make a little bit of profit off those.
Yeah, my target price this week was, and I was just buying 88s because we're getting the overall change. Well, the first 93s are going to be all Madden, but next week we're going to be getting 93 AKAs. And I do have something to talk about. I want to talk about a little bit here because this was kind of, I completely passed over this, but so I was investing in the 88 AKAs yesterday. I only was able to buy like 30. My average price or my target price was 42.5 or under. I still have all those. However, someone brought this up to my YouTube comments as well as Twitter.
Yes.
Since we were getting 90 or 93 overall, 93 overall AKA guys, the old 90 AKA players theoretically should be able to go into the set, and they are not a bad price right now. Especially, we could see a little bit of a market dip on Thursday if these AKA guys are involved in the team packs. 90 AKA players under 90K, I think, is very, very safe because we should only need like 5 of them. So it'd be on average 450K for the brand new 93 overall AKA player. You should have the new version of the 90, which shouldn't be that expensive.
And you can also probably build if you really want
to.
Like,
if you really wanted to. So yeah, I think if you find any 90 AKs, I'm talking like Fitzpatrick, Marshawn Lynch, Ditka, Beast Mode. I think if you see them under 90, you even go 95, I would still say 90 to be safe, just in case they don't go in the set.
I feel like, but like that was brought up this morning on my stream, and it was the same thing for Legends. You're able to put the full Legends in.
Oh, really?
So like in like not the AKA sets, but like in the Legend, the full Legend sets, like you can use old full Legends in there. So I don't see why they wouldn't. It'd be really strange if they didn't. But yeah, I guess you're right.
I kind of missed the buy window on Monday. They were probably definitely going for 90, but now on Thursday, because if we do get team packs, they're definitely going to be like some 89s, some 90s involved, and these are older cards. I don't see them putting like new 90 or overalls.
Right.
I would say like old team of the weeks, maybe ultimate kickoff. Maybe headliners, and honestly the old AKA players. And if these guys drop under 90, I think I'm going to scoop a few because the 89s, just like going back to when we got the 92s, the 89 AKAs for the first few hours were going for like 120. So simple, and even probably you could do the set and make more if you really look into it. But that's just something AKA wise that I'm kind of looking into later this week.
That might be a nice little sneaky move to load up on. And you don't have to go crazy, right? If I go in like a mill on these, right? Just buy 10 of them at 10 or 12 of them at 90, see what they do. You know, they could go up 40% and you win 40%, right?
Yeah. And plus, in like the worst case scenario, that's still like fairly cheap trading anyway.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's my thing. That's why over the weekend, I bought 5 million coins worth of everything from 8045s all the way up through 88, 89s. Because I was getting them at like 8 or 7, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'd grab an 86 for like 7,000 because somebody would throw some stuff up. And like at worst case scenario, I'm like, I have a couple million training right now. Even if the market tanked out, I could blow it all on all Madden players when they come out, and hope for the best and, work the market that way or decide, okay, time to unload if things go up. So we're going to see kind of like, we're expecting the market to go up for all Madden players, but at the same time, we might have these team sets come out that's going to try to counter that at the same time. So we got to see. I think a lot of it's going to depend on what those packs are, right? If they're $20 a piece again, that throws a lot of people off, right? $20 for a 90 is kind of rough. Yeah. Unless it's like 5 90s, right? If you're rocking and somebody in chat yesterday had an 81 overall squad, newer to the game. $20 if you're going to get 6 90s, that's not the worst deal I've ever seen. I have talked about this before. I kind of like those kind of buy-in packs for somebody who gets the game late He goes, oh, I got to grind forever, or pay $20 and right away you're almost on par with majority of players. I don't despise that. I think it's really a market idea. I think it's really good for the overall player base, especially guys that come in later in the year.
Like it.
I don't hate it at all.
Right on.
It was a big crash last year when those were like refreshed. I remember it was the most impactful day for me investing wise. Last year was when those packs refreshed. It was in springtime, maybe like late February, early March.
Okay.
When they dropped, and when they went out, it was a bunch of bow, nose, and redux players involved in the packs. And man, that entire market crashed. I remember all the bow nose guys that I invested in. They were like Calvin, vividly, like
half,
170, 100K. A bunch of reduxes that were 250 down to like 90. And I actually spent 20, 30 mil on a Wednesday morning last year. And I just was holding the cards the entire rest of the year and just making bank off them. So
right.
It really does matter though what cards, because even if like it's just simple, even though they're BNDs, if for example it's just like a left tackle, like a 90 left tackle is involved in the pack, people will go and buy that and sell their tradable left tackle that is 91 or 92. So most of the time the high end market, I don't think training is going to be that impacted by it.
Right.
Just because on that same Thursday we're getting probably all Madden content, so there'll be there's always like that instant spike of demand for training, like when content first drops for the first like hour or two.
Yeah.
But I think you could see the high end market really tank, like scarily tank. So
for those specific players.
Yeah, those specific. We might see if they're ever going to add like reduxes or BND versions of Jari Evans, Cameron Wake, those guys.
Right.
It might be on Thursday. Give people a chance to actually be able to get those cards. So.
That is true. We've had a lot of complaints so far, and not want to say complaints, but like a surprise that we did not get reduxes with the season changeover. Like we were all kind of like maybe anticipating it. It's weird we didn't get one, especially if it seems like there's only 3 seasons planned right now. Anyway, you know what I mean? We have 3 players coming out. That's still 6 months of Madden to get through just these 3 seasons. So I'm like, at what point would we send out reduxes? 4 months into the game seems late to limiteds to finally make a reappearance. So that's actually not a bad call. It would not be surprised actually if that's how reduxes make their entrance into the game.
Yeah, but do we really need reduxes though? Like if we don't need their like I guess my question would be like those cards will probably get upgrades at some point, no?
Yeah, the theme team guys though die for them, but you do have a really valid point though. Like, but there are those theme team guys where maybe Jari Evans that might be his only card for the year is that 90 limited, right?
Only thing with these team packs, there's really nothing you can do to prepare. I tried to talk about that in my video Monday. Like they're coming out. Well, they might not. Seriously, they might not. It's just speculation. But there's really nothing you can do to prepare. Even got some messages like, "Yo, should I sell my old team?" I'm like, nah, not really.
Yeah.
It's just kind of happy. Though it actually helps that I was kind of lazy this weekend. Like I was really planning on dumping probably like 5 to 10 mil into training, and I kind of just got sidetracked, a little lazy, and I only able to put 3 mil. And then AKAs this week didn't go down as much as I thought. So I only bought 30 when I bought 90 last week. And then team of the weeks this week, even the 89 overalls, the sets, the players, right, to run it. The legend guys are really weak, being a running back and an outside linebacker. And those are the main guys that go for a lot. So I'm probably barely going to buy any team of the week investments this week. So I'm actually going into Thursday with a lot of coins. I'm actually happy about that because it's more of a reactionary thing. You can't really prep for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I'm down with having to, like I said, with having no days off, I have to, by the time I get home in the evening, like for the AKA guys, I've already missed the window, right? By the time I log in at 7 p.m., I'm like, well, damn it. It can still happen, but it's on the tail end of it. That early morning, early afternoon is definitely more valuable, right? So it's just tougher. Team of the week, though, is perfect for me because by the time I get home, everything's just kicking off. So I just actually chill for 3 hours till market goes down. But like you said before, I noticed last week, same as Adam, Wednesday was cheaper. Like I logged in and my first thought was, oh, damn it. Like they were like, I was like, I should have waited till Wednesday.
Yeah.
People panicking on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh, it never fails.
I actually had like 5 to 10 DMs saying they're down to 70K. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
And I'm
I
like,
just want more.
No,
I just want more.
I always tell them, I'm like, the team of the weeks don't go up in price till 1 p.m. on Wednesday, West Coast time. So that's the early bird pack. I said, check back with me an hour after 1 p.m. West Coast time. And I'm not kidding. At 2 p.m., 3 p.m., they were 85K. They went from 70 to 85K. I'm like, just chill.
It's because that packs out.
Right. Yeah. I've seen them there. They're just been chilling like between 85 and I think like touch 100 for a minute throughout the week. I think on Friday they had touched 100. So it's still not bad. Still not a bad gig.
I
We'll definitely probably go mess with those maybe later. I don't. This week scares me. Anytime we have new unknown stuff, I always get like real hesitant, and then I usually am mad at myself afterwards. I'm like, you're stupid. Why didn't you do that?
Yeah.
But I just anytime there's a season changeover or anything like that, I get a little hesitant to go out and spend a ton, because especially already being 5-0 in, I'm like, maybe I'll just chill for a minute.
And the thing is, like, there's not really. I don't think this week is like a good safety blanket either on those team of the weeks.
Right.
There's no good card. Like, at least the Tracy Porter has that legend chem.
Yeah, he's a really
none of the
good
legend
card
chems
too.
have any good. Like, they're not good.
Yeah, and we expect those, I think, to go to 93s again next week also. Like, everything should be like bumping up next week.
There's never a week to take off, like investing and being. I'd say it's like this middle of this week.
Yeah.
If you wanted training, you should still. I still think training's a good play, but you had to have gotten it last Saturday, like last Sunday.
Yeah,
it's already kind of up a little bit. So
you snipe a little bit now, and you'll still find some like under 8, but like you're gonna have to snipe. You're gonna need to sit there for a little bit to find it.
Yeah, and you can still flip at any given day, right? Any time of the day, any day of the week, you can still sit there, buy stuff, and sell it immediately. You don't have to invest everything that you snipe. You can turn and burn and still make a profit, and sometimes a really good profit in just an hour. Depending on how lucky you get. So I rolled a ton yesterday. I think I rolled like 60K. I did get a limited finally. First limited of all of most feared, so praise everything. Thought it was impossible. But I have so many most feared pieces left over. I mean, a dumb amount. Like, I could restart and build the whole damn program again from scratch. What do we do? What are we doing with our leftover most feared stuff? I'm talking golds. I feel like the 90s, I missed the window to sell some of them off. So at this point, because they're already at like 9 training, I might just wait and see what they look like. You know what I mean? At 9 training at this point, I'm like, well, what's the point of selling? I don't want to sell anything at 9. I want to wait until it at least hits 15, hopefully go to 20 if we ever get TVPs back. Which even if those come back could look very different. So we'll see whatever initial, I think, wave will get people excited. But what are you guys doing with all your leftover golds and any kind of Team Elite pieces you have, or I'm sorry, most feared pieces you have left over from all your rolls and excitement?
I'm holding. I'm holding the 78s and 74s. Everything else, like 87s, I was quick selling. I was going to like reroll more. But yeah, the 78s and the 84s I've been hanging on to just because I have a feeling that the All Madden players are going to be 86 and 93. It just makes sense to me.
Right.
And if for any reason there's a set for them that you need like 30 86s to build a 93, I'm going to be able to have all those 84s to 86 to 87 exchange and just bank coins off those, because I know those, because they were stupid expensive last time, right? The 82s.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're stupid expensive. So I feel like people are going to be on that, like you said, like amnesia and just buy whatever because they want the new card. So that was my plan. So, and then the 78s, I'm just waiting for the next compass, I think.
Yeah, I didn't roll. I think I rolled like 30K last Thursday. I didn't roll anything yesterday, so I don't have that much in my binder. But yeah, I'm with Adam. 78, 79s, just holding for compass, and turn those into 80s. 80, I didn't really pull any 87s. I think I just ended up discarding them, and then 84s. I think I have a few in my binder. But yeah, compass. I mean, shoot, we got compass refresh next Monday. You can pick up your 80s for under 4.5, 80, 81s.
Sell them for 9 Monday night, man.
It's gonna be a copy and paste. We already know.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. I still keep holding out hope, like maybe it'll be different this week, right? But doubtful. Which I'm okay with, right? I'm okay with it being repetitive. I know that I can buy them at 4 or take all these 78s and turn them into 81s, and then like if depending on what happens on Thursday, Sunday might literally just be me watching Sunday Night Football and literally doing 180 81 sets. I have 500, so it'll be almost 280 81 sets to try to sell on Monday night. But again, even with that, like we learned last time, wait until evening time to sell. Don't go, new set out, and go sell them, because you're going to sell them for 7 when they go to 9 later on in the evening.
Yeah, exactly.
And then tank out the next day. It is a lot. We have a lot. Okay, good. What about Thursday? Let's talk about Thursday. Let's recap this one more time. Yeah. All Madden players. We're expecting 93s.
Yes.
We're expecting 86s to go into that. There'll be All Madden 86s, and last time later in the program, we did get a set that had any 82 to go into the set, 30 of them to build one of the 89s. And and that's why we all loaded up on a bunch of, we have a bunch of 86s, 87s in our binder just in case it's 87s and something weird happens. What kind of swing are we kind of expecting, or are you guys kind of, I'm not even expecting, but hoping for, right? So right now, 86s were like 27,000 yesterday. They were kind of high yesterday, right? Like 12 per, but they've been sitting around like 24 for quite a while. What's your kind of goal, right? Because we're hoping for something positive. Like double be great, but that's way too much to ask for.
I don't think it goes double, but I think it has to jump. Like people they're not going to give us crappy All Madden players, right? Like they're just not going to. Like this is like one of those programs to pay like their respects to John Madden. So
right.
I'm thinking it's going to be great players. Like I'm thinking guys like, I don't know, Sean Taylor. I don't know, like Terrell Owens maybe. Like you're going to see some really big names. I can't imagine you're not, because a lot of other cards that we know, like that we've seen, like Hall of Famers, are already in Madden. There's not many that.
If you look into there's a legacy, the John Madden rosters, like in the main menu. I know the notable legends. I know Marcus Allen. Like I can give you guys my predictions right now, basically.
Do it up. Fire it up.
It's like Marcus Allen running back. Now Brett Favre. I think Brett Favre was planned for this. However, I don't think he's going to be in it now. But Marcus Allen, I know the wide receivers that aren't Tim Brown, Cliff Branch, tight ends have all been used. Larry Allen, we need a Larry Allen right guard. He's a left. It's so funny. Larry Allen's a left guard. Russ Grimm is a left guard on the roster. Yeah, he's a center in Mutt. So I'm hoping Larry Allen is a right guard. They also have Jackie Slater, Jason Taylor, Charles Haley, and Kevin Green might be on the roster. Who else? I'm missing a few people. I know DB's. Mike Haynes is one of them. John Lynch, Brian Dawkins. Those are I think those are all the legends that aren't in the game from Mutt that they have their rights for them on the roster. So
okay.
And do you think there are any current players?
I've seen the roster. I know like Cooper, the pre-order guys, Cooper Kupp, Micah Parsons. I know Patrick Mahomes is on it. Maybe like one or two. We'll have to wait. Thing is for the All Madden promo is I have a hard time seeing us get underwhelming cards, which in a way I have a hard time seeing training not go up a little bit. I'm trying to like think of whenever I go into a promo with like an investment, I try to think of all the scenarios where we lose. Like what would the scenario be where we lose? We lose, I guess, but even at that, there's probably a way that we're gonna get. So I see. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, tell me what you guys can see. I can never see anything on here, but so I mean, I know other guys like right away. They're like, "Oh, let's write this one."
I can't tell. Maybe a Raider. I don't know.
I feel like just always a Raider, right? Like I feel like two of these. I feel like three of them could be a Raider.
Yeah, the far right I think is a Raider. I don't know.
Probably left Steve Young.
Look, that would be wild.
Red jersey.
Okay,
I'm seeing gold pants, gold helmet with the red stripe in the middle. Although I don't know if the Niners had a red stripe on their helmet when he played. I don't know. That's the only thing I see.
Bo Jackson.
I'm kind of thinking like I'm waiting for Bo Jackson, right? Like this feels right for Bo. That kind of looks like Bo to me.
Yeah, it does. The far right guy.
I feel like we're going back to like a Nintendo and Atari. Like, oh, that definitely looks just like Bo Jackson.
It's definitely Raider.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like, because like I know Bo has the like that Nike run thing, but I think they're still like we know they have his rights, so he's gonna be in the game. Why not this program?
Yeah. I just reading through the comments because somebody already said 3 Raiders. Somebody's predicting Kurt Warner, a Raider, and a Cowboy.
Okay.
So I say far left. I think is he thinks could be Kurt Warner.
I wonder. You think they're just like? You think there can be more?
They're just those 4.
No, I think it's just these 4 that they have planned out.
Okay.
Really? So it's only gonna be 4. So it's gonna be. So the first release was what, 8, and now 4. Okay.
Maybe.
Huh. Interesting.
I don't know, because like when they show them all.
Interesting.
You would think they would, right? I guess they don't have to though. Like, there's never any guarantee what they do.
Yeah, that's right. That's fair.
We'll see.
But, all right, so I'm definitely feeling a quarterback though, and a Bo Jackson.
Yeah, I think I actually think I see Bo Jackson far right. I don't know why.
I agree.
It just looks like him. I'm sticking with that Steve Young on the far left too.
Steve Young could be a really big. That would move the market a lot. That would make people want to roll.
Yeah,
Hopefully
especially if
that's
these
just
guys
one
get
half.
some wild abilities, right? Because like even like the 92s for most feared, some of the like the one chem abilities or the zero, like they were solid, right? Like that's what make those cards so good. Like Derrick Henry with Bruiser for 1 AP, I'm like, oh, why not? Or Tank or whatever I put on him. Like I was like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna run from now on forever. And I did that all day Saturday and felt like such a douche, but God, it was so much fun. So I'm like, why not? You know what I mean? But like that's, or even like, was it all the corners, all the secondary guys had 1 AP pick artist or 2 AP like deep out KO. Tyreek had what, 1 AP outside apprentice, I think. Like these guys, I'm thinking like, I mean, it could be the same thing with Bo. He could get 1 or even 0 AP bruiser or tank. If that is a quarterback, I mean, what are we thinking? Like 2 AP fearless?
Yep.
Hopefully.
Right?
It
Like
really, I feel like
at worst, 2 AP fearless?
probably more important is the release.
Now I'm a little worried about rerolls. Are they going to put a reroll in the game for 4 cards?
Ooh, yeah, that is true.
They could. I mean, they could though. Well, because they could just bring back the All Madden reroll. It could be all of them. It doesn't have to be for new guys.
True.
That is true.
Right?
That is true.
They could just bring back the 82 plus reroll and have us go nuts, or make it 85 plus. You have a shot at pulling an 89 in there. 86 plus reroll, whatever. Either way, like this is going to be expensive, right? If these are 93s. And we're expecting only 1 card in to build it, unless they do something ass backwards and make it, you need 82s and 86s to build this guy, because that'll mess everything up. Right? It needs to be 30 or 26 86s to build this, and then it has to go up, because that's going to be, what are 86s to quick sell? 86s are 2100.
21, yeah.
So it's got to be more expensive than that, right? So probably like what, 4K minimum?
If Bo Jackson's in there, and we just need Bo Jackson in any reroll, and I think training goes up, because Bo Jackson, even if the card is somehow not good, I mean, he's such a popular player, and they're the first 93s in the game. I think if we just get
the drive right there, being the first 93s, they gives a huge draw, because we all know there's guys out there, they chase the overalls no matter how terrible the card is, right? It can be worse than somebody else with 2 less overall, and they have to get it.
I guess the one way they could see, the thing is, it goes back to the All Madden 1 set where they required 28 82 All Madden players. I mean, I guess they could, like, I'm trying to think of a way where training just doesn't really move, and the only way I really think of is they do an AKA-esque offer, where they just do a one-time, let's say 80, like let's say they make baby 86 87s.
Don't do that.
A one-time offer for 1 86 plus player, but even at that, that's going to require it's got to be like 10 to 15 86s. And I don't know if there's enough market supply just by that one pack. So they might just have to do a reroll.
Right, and that's just it. So we're thinking if every MUT player tomorrow needs a dozen or 2 86s, there's none left, right? Like they're all gone. Like 86s is not a heavy flooded overall.
How much was, like, is there a big difference in terms of, how we needed 28 82s, and that cost right there times 440, that's 12,000. It was a normal 89 quick sales for 6,800. So like that kind of seemed like a ripoff.
I mean,
completely honest with you.
The value was there. So the 82s we were basically ripping for free. Like that was actually a perfect roll.
The big thing there was, though, the 89 All Madden guards were so popular. They were the best cards in the game, so they went for significantly above
800,000 coins.
They were super expensive. So that's something with the 93s. I mean, they can make the set super expensive. But I mean, if it's Bo Jackson, we're probably saying 600k-ish.
I'm going right back to 800. I'm going right back to 800. Well, I mean, so we figured this, right? So we did the math. If 86s are, let's say they're at 24,000, right?
Yeah.
Which they're at 27. Yes, I haven't looked today what they are today, but we just assume right around 24,000, right?
Yeah.
If you need 26 of them tomorrow, that's 629,000 coins to build one card. And that's with regular 86s, right? If we're talking All Madden 86s, would probably be 40,000 coins. If you need 26 of those, that's flat out 1 million coins, and that actually sounds about right for him to sell at 800,000, because he'll probably sell because you're not going to build them for cheaper, right?
If we just get a reroll, if you bought training, you might be looking
literally just gonna roll and sell every 86. I'm like, good, I'll get it. Just every roll.
We just have another
sell.
It might be crazy.
I might need to bring my backbone tomorrow and go hide in my car for 2 hours to roll, or Thursday and sell shit. Yeah. I mean, if that what comes out on Thursday, you're set. If you, I will quick sell the damn binder. Right, I'll have nothing left. This is my get out time. Right. If all Madden 86s touch 40K, I am getting rid of my entire binder will be empty.
I have like I only like what. So what do you think? Trading? Would you roll or would you sell? I'm thinking roll if the 86s are going for like 40K.
You just have to look at the math.
Right. Yeah. If the 86 All Madden players, well, it depends on what the roll is too, right? It's like last time with 82s, we were able to snipe. I think it was 85s for cheap enough, and then roll 82s where you didn't lose anything, and just hope you hit an 89 eventually. So it'd be the same thing. Like if they're 86s, like maybe we're sniping 89s at 70 or 65. And then quick sell it, and you do 10 rolls, and you break even.
Right.
Could be the same type of thing, or 5 rolls, or whatever that trading works out to be. So we'll have to sit there and dissect it. I'm sure we'll all have a spreadsheet and a little method posted up. I will please be early on these, Joe, especially Mr. YouTube Grinder.
Yeah,
I'll get home at 5 o'clock. I expect at least 1, if not 2 YouTube videos done, so I can play it on the way home. And then otherwise I'm calling you, right? If I get home, there's no fucking video out. I'm literally calling you like, yo, what am I doing here? I got 10 minutes.
I'm gonna be at work too. That's in the afternoon. So, like I'm gonna be like on my phone trying to sell things and like I don't know, maybe ask my wife to like roll some training for me while I'm at work. I don't know.
Thursday's gonna be a crazy day, man. Seriously, all Madden stuff, the team packs. It's gonna be a active day.
Yeah. I said I won't be home till 5. Adam won't be home till late, so expect lots of our little group chat here is gonna be going nuts, and just be us going, what do we do? What do I do?
Do they show the re-rolls on stream tomorrow?
And that's the problem.
Or do they wait us?
No, he won't show it. There's no way TJ shows it tomorrow. He will say if there is or is not. Right?
So
you won't know what it is.
There are, let's say, no, this is what there are store offers and there are training offers, not an unlimited reroll or just a one-time offer. Training offers is the gonna be
I'll say training offer, and then you're still in the dark until Thursday morning wondering what's gonna happen. And then there'll be some weird power outage in all of Florida, and we'll have to wait till like 4 o'clock, and everybody will lose their mind because that's just how the universe works. For one day we're excited, you know what I mean? It'll be exactly. I don't get home till 5:30 or 5 o'clock, so I'm okay with the delays on big days. I love watching Twitter burn though. When anything's delayed, and I'm like, I got 3 hours till I'm home, homie. Like, cool.
I'm okay.
Better for me.
But,
you YouTube guys though are in the dirt on those. Anything delayed 10 minutes, like, damn, bro, I want to get this out before I go to work.
Yeah, exactly. But no, that's really exciting. Like, I'm glad they kind of did that. I miss them teasing this. Like, I'm glad they're starting more teasing.
Yeah, I think they've there definitely was a meeting like, yo, we got to get our Twitter interactions up. Let's start teasing and I'm all for it, man.
I love it. Like, you're getting people interested in the game again. I'm sure the numbers of in the Madden directory probably just went up in the last 20 minutes that they dropped this. I guarantee you.
I wish they did EA drop or the Twitch drops every weekend. That was beautiful.
Yeah, last year they
numbers,
did them quite a bit.
My numbers were looking good this weekend.
They said they were gonna do that as like a makeup for us last year. Remember, towards the end they're gonna give us drops at the end of the year. Hopefully they do that soon because I like that, man. Because
it's great.
Bodies in there,
especially even for anybody that's grinding for partner or whatever. Like guys that are at 65, 70 people. They're so close. Massive for them to get that extra.
I will say there was something going on in the Madden directory this weekend that had to do with drops that I think a lot of us wouldn't be fans of, but I won't get into.
Oh, really?
All that. Yeah.
I'll show conversation.
I'll tell you guys about it. But my views were popping this weekend, and I had to hop off. I think it was Saturday at 3:50, and I had to hop off because I'm like, dude, I played my weekend games. I had nothing else to do. I'm like, geez, we need drops. Wonder if it costs. You think it costs EA anything to schedule it? It does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
That's
why we probably aren't getting it every week. It's if it's free to do, why are we doing it every week?
Yeah,
but
no, it does. People think that it's just the packs, but it's not just the packs. They have to turn that on Twitch's side and pay Twitch for the servers to do it.
Gotcha.
Everything costs money, man. That's Amazon. We know better.
But you know what though too, give me more of those, and for maybe 2-3 times a month, and my ad revenue offers might go way higher.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine. The ad revenue. I think it was Sunday. No, it couldn't have been Sunday because I wasn't on. It had to have been Saturday night maybe, or Friday. I don't remember. I got on some night and I was it was dumb. Or no, I think it was Sunday morning. Sunday morning. I'm never on Sunday morning. Got on at 9 to watch the stupid early game. Sat here, did some rolls, whatever. And almost hit like my max viewers ever, which is like 800. And I was like, oh my God, like what? And I had to leave. I was like, I have to go to this game. I have 800 people here and I have to log off. Like, what are we doing?
I did that Saturday. I literally had 350. I had like a few hosts, and I'm like, "Jeez, bro, I'm juicing."
Everybody was flooded, man. It's so good.
And
for
I
everybody.
finished my weekend league, and I'm like, dude, and I didn't really want to. I hate sniping on stream. Like I've gone now. I just don't like it. It's just, to me, it's so boring. When I snipe, I like to watch people. So when I'm like having to entertain while I snipe, it's not that much entertaining stuff to do. And I'm like, damn, I gotta hop off. And even like yesterday on Monday when they were still actually active, I had like 150 on a Monday night.
Yeah, it's great.
During Monday Night Football on Halloween. I'm like, yo, these are
we need these. No, but I just also like, because there's so many like we could joke about like the ad revenue and all that, but like it's also the fact that like a lot of my audience found me through like the Madden Live, the old Madden Live schedule. And like you get a lot of people who don't watch Twitch very often, but they see drops, they come in, and then I have people who are still watching me since like the first time we got drops this year. They keep coming back. It's like,
right.
You find a new favorite streamer. You find
I had a bunch of first time chatters. So much.
It's nice. It's just good for the whole directory. So
yeah. Hopefully we see that more and more in the future. Like I said, it was really nice last year. It was like every Friday for the last like couple months of the year, right?
Hopefully we do that again.
Yeah.
I don't see why.
Pack was good. What was the most feared for the last ones? Like most feared pack.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting to claim, man. I wish it would auto claim, but I never got it. I was watching Boss Bot Wars on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Always a fun time.
I love that. It's so funny.
Yeah. Do we have any questions from the chat here before we head out for the night? You guys got like 1 minute to find us something here before we go ahead and bounce out.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm really excited to see who these are. I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow morning, so I'll be able to like watch Good Morning Madden, watch TJ go make some funny puns, and then go through these. Honestly, it's so funny. I actually enjoy watching TJ and him just like trying to make jokes, and the community's like, just show us the card, please. I'm like, I'm just enjoying myself. I'm like, I'm good.
No, I honestly don't mind TJ. I just wish he was a little bit more. I don't think he'd like go. He's not like Kralo. He doesn't go out of his way to try to help us. He's just the middleman, and I'll never give someone like, I know that's his job. He just reads off a piece of paper, tries to make the stream as funny as possible, and I'm cool for it. I blame the people that are giving him the information, not TJ.
Right.
Honestly, like, well, the thing is that he's not our community manager, right? He's just the host, so it's like you're not really gonna get someone. I don't know if he even plays MUT that much. I think he's a franchise guy anyway. So, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Any questions? Do we see anything in there?
I didn't catch nothing.
See, people have been asking, do they take old 89s? All Madden cards? I don't think so. I really don't think. I don't.
How much of a train wreck would that be though for the 94s if it took like 5 89s instead? That would be insane, right? That would be insane because those cars are still at like 80K. Yeah, maybe they bring back just the 82 reroll. There would have
to be a reroll.
And you can build the 89s.
The 89s would disappear so fast, and the 82.
And I think I only have like 3 of them, and I'd be dead in the water.
Yeah, they would have to. I mean, even if they, like I said, they have to do a reroll because those cars are even harder to get. Like, have you guys ever pulled the full? I mean, I think they're really rare to pull the full 89. So pretty much, if the 89s are involved, it'd just be okay. Do the 89 sets, but then you need 30 82s again.
Right.
There would have to be a reroll for those. Otherwise,
I don't know. We also said there was no way they were going to put unsung heroes in the Team Diamonds, and they had they had unsung heroes and team builders.
Right.
Which was a pain, but yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
I wish they would do a. I don't know why they don't do it like a team chem for the All Madden players, like a special All Madden team chem. I wish they would do that.
They might add that at some point, right? Like when there's more of them in there.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a full-on like John Madden program later in the year, right? Like a new with like 30 cards, not just like 4 a season.
Maybe they're really consistent
All Madden team
with their strategy items and chemistries and stuff. Because remember, I think it was what Campus Heroes had that cool little special strategy items, but then now like for Halloween they have the ones, but it's just like for the height for basically solo challenges or something. So
yeah, it's for solos and house rules and like that was it.
They're very inconsistent with their strategy item, like promo guys and cards. And I actually like that stuff.
I think they just keep trying to try different things and then see what sticks, but they're never like satisfied with how it runs. They're like, oh, let's try this instead and try this instead. So whatever. Eventually they'll find something I think that'll hit, and we'll probably. But if they stay with the same thing, like copy and paste. Then we'll give them credit for that too. You know what I mean? So like they can't win. We're gonna give them hell anyway.
Exactly.
But if you guys don't have anything else, I think that's going to do it for tonight. Nice, short, and sweet. Thursday is going to be interesting. We are going to be, man, it's like so much to do. Right? I got Thursday night football on too. Like, God, I need a break.
Eagles, Texans. Oh, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, that's going to be rough. This is going to be rough.
Better be in Houston.
I do have to sidecast it for the sports program that I'm in, and we'll see how far we make it. That's what I mean. If it's like 40 by halftime, I'm at this bow out. I'm like, okay, we're done here. But that is it, gentlemen. As always, appreciate you for coming on in and setting the people straight. Chat again, if you missed any piece of this, you want to go back in and watch it, take some notes and stuff. It'll be on all of our YouTube channels tomorrow, so keep an eye out on that. And we will see you guys again next Tuesday at 6:30. We love your faces. You guys have a good rest of your night. Peace out.